The former best scooter for the money is no longer the reigning champion. I've got a growing database of features and specifications that I've been updating for the last couple of years. And through that, I determined the best scooters for the money were the KYMCO Like 150i or the Piaggio Liberty 150, depending on your styling preferences. And know that I say there's two best scooters because I recognize the styling is super important to people. So do you prefer that classic retro Italian Vespa look? Or do you prefer a sportier scooter to scoot around on? Either way, I've got you covered. So how do I decide what the best scooter for the money is? I'm not exactly a scooter newbie anymore, and I'm definitely not an expert in scooters. However, I am a data analyst, and I analyze the specs based on the manufacturing information that you can find online, and I actually drive to dealers to fill in gaps. Like I'll talk to a dealer if they happen to have more resources, or even just measure seat height if that's what it means. So what do I take into account? Safety. And a lot of times this looks like safety in the context of for the brakes that are included in the scooters. The cheapest scooters that you're going to find are going to have a combination of a disc and a drum brake. And that meets the minimum safety requirements, so there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. But if you increase that to like disc on the front and rear instead of the combo, or add an ABS, CBS, you're increasing the safety technology around your braking power. So anything that's going to have more than that disc drum is a minimum to make this list. Maintenance is another factor, and I'm not talking oil changes. And I mean something beyond just your oil and gear oil style changes, tires, batteries, those are all standard things that you're gonna encounter whenever you buy any brand or model of scooter. However, I do weight electronic fuel injection as the minimum for this one. If you're gonna end up letting a scooter sit for some period of time, you get a little bit more buffer in what that looks like if it's an electronic versus a carbureted style scooter. Doesn't mean you can let a scooter sit up for a long time. No motor likes that, but you have a little bit better buffer if you're looking at that electronic fuel injection when we're talking about value and effort here. Seriously, winterize your scooter. Dealer support plays a part in this as well. So this channel is all about supporting new riders and those that just find a joy in riding. You're not going to find a bunch of modifications and things like that on this channel. So with that, I like to have dealer support. I'm also supporting a local business by doing that. I do think that learning how to do some basic maintenance on your scooter is a darn good idea, but I only talk about brands of scooters that have a dealer supported network in the United States. And with that, you're gonna get a warranty that's likely gonna have a 12 or 24 month period. And I stand by a scooter brand that has the 24-month warranty because they stand for their scooters at least twice as much. Comfort and storage. Comfort comes in the form of like upgraded suspension elements and bigger tires, and all of that makes for a more comfortable ride if you got some bumps, and feeling more stable when you're out riding, like maybe when it gets windy. So if I have a choice narrowed down, I do use these components to kind of be a tiebreaker, so to speak. And the same goes for storage. Subscribers here know how I feel. Full face helmets should fit in the underseat storage box of scooters. It's rare, but it's freaking icing on the cake when a full face helmet will fit in the underseat storage box easily, or at all. An engine size of a scooter is super important, but this video is about making a blanket statement about the best overall scooter for the money. There's a case for having a 50cc scooter where you're limited to that 30-32 miles per hour. But in general, you're gonna have the most flexibility if you look at scooters in the 125cc to 170 size without going overkill, unless you specifically need higher speeds than what you'll get out of the 170, about 65-ish. And with that, the final category is just style. So let's talk the best money for the scooter if you are a sporty scooter enthusiast. The KYMCO People is not the cheapest scooter out there, but I do think it's the best scooter for the money if you're looking for that sporty design. It's got the 24-month warranty, the electronic fuel injection, the 150cc motor, and it's got the disc brakes on the front and the rear, but it's also got ABS brakes. It's got the giant 16-inch on the front and 14-inch on the rear tire sizes. It's insane. You don't see that on scooters often, but it makes for a super smooth ride. You can charge your phone, plus you can fit a full-size helmet in the underseat storage box. The KYMCO People has an MSRP of about $3,600 though. If that freaks you out, check out the Lance Power Sports, the Cabo, and the PCH 200i. Those are gonna run you under $3,000, and they still meet the basic criteria. So the classic styling scooter that's gonna get you that best bang for the buck is the genuine Urbano 200i. If I only had to choose one and I threw styling out, this is actually the scooter that I would say meets that criteria the best as far as being the best scooter for the money, because it is the cheapest that checks all the boxes. It's got the disc brakes on the front and the rear. It's got the electronic fuel injection. It's a 169cc engine, and it's got that 24-month warranty. Plus, it comes with 1 year of roadside assistance. Bonus, if you are a huge fan of the Vespa styling, I actually think this is also the scooter that looks most like a Vespa without having that Vespa price tag and some other features, but you get the idea. And to level set some of the features from the genuine Urbano to the KYMCO People, the Urbano does not have ABS brakes, and it does not fit the full-size helmet in the trunk. And the MSRP is $2,800 as we head into 2022. But I have to add a huge asterisk right now. The first time I went through this analysis to decide what scooter I should buy for my first one, I walked in thinking I was gonna ride out on a KYMCO Like 150i. I get to the dealer and he had a beautiful blue, which is my favorite color, sitting there waiting for me to try. I did not like the way it felt when I sat on it. I didn't even give the KYMCO Like a chance to test drive it. The feel of the scooter, my heart, I walked out with a buddy kick. It was actually number 3 on my list of like scooters to check out as far as what my research showed, but it was not the best scooter for the money. I still chose the buddy kick. So use the numbers and advice that you're gonna get. It's just a guide to help you narrow down your choices. But checking one out in person and giving it a good test ride is actually gonna be the best thing that you can do to find the best scooter for you. So I keep adding to this list of scooter guides and reviews. Watch this next video that YouTube thinks is gonna be amazing for you, and watch this one if you wanna keep the conversation going with those guides and reviews that keeps growing. Be seen and be safe, scooter friend.